The Israeli army is continuing their air and ground assault on Gaza and the West Bank. They are attacking hospitals and medical centers with innocent civilians, claiming to target terrorists. Additionally, due to a lack of resources, injured Palestinians are being transported to hospitals in donkey carts. Houthi rebels in Yemen have claimed a drone attack on Israel as revenge for the attack on Gaza, while Hamas has claimed attacks on Israeli tanks in resistance. Meanwhile, the Israeli army says that it has targeted the basic structures of Hezbollah in Lebanon. Statistics convey the brutal results of Israeli attacks. According to the UN, 45% of residential houses and buildings in Gaza have been destroyed, and according to the Committee to Protect Journalists, 26 Palestinian journalists have been killed. Despite continued atrocities against Palestinians, much of the international community remains silent. U.S. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby says the U.S. does not support calls for a ceasefire in Gaza. Instead of a ceasefire, a pause in aid delivery should be considered. On the other hand, Russian President Vladimir Putin severely criticized the U.S. and stated that its ruling elite and their associates are behind the massacre of Palestinians. In Britain, British Conservative MP Paul Bristow was expelled from the cabinet for demanding an immediate ceasefire in Gaza, while British Home Secretary Cilla Braverman called the protests in favor of Palestinians a hate march. During the meeting of the UN Security Council, the ambassador of the UAE said that the deaths of Palestinian children will stain our moral conscience. Saudi Defense Minister Prince Khalid bin Salman met with the US National Security Advisor Jack Sullivan in Riyadh, emphasizing the need for humanitarian aid in Gaza. Pro-Palestinian protests were held in Canada, Poland, Portugal, the Netherlands, and the West Bank of Palestine.